Hello?
Yes, how you doing, my sister?
Hi, I'm fine. How you doing, brother?
Good, good, good. How things going?
Everything is great. First of all, I wanted to commend you on the work that you're doing. This very thing that you're doing, I've been trying to do myself since about 2008. I've been trying to organize and been trying to talk about this same situation because we have a horrendous situation out here in Virginia with the homosexuality and molestation. I'm actually in the country area of Virginia, and it is just horrible.
Now tell me if you can tell me what area. If you can't say the city, that's okay, but like whereabouts?
Gladly. Emporia, Virginia, Greensville, Virginia.
And sister, I'm gonna let you say everything you gotta say. Do you know my family is from Emporia, Virginia? That's my family roots.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
So talk to me about what's going on down there, because our people need to hear this.
Okay. Well, there is a big down low culture down here. It is horrible. The amount of molestation is crazy. I spoke with plenty of younger sisters. I'm 30, but I've spoken with younger sisters who are about 20, 21. A lot of them have HIV. Their boyfriends, they've been telling me that their males have been telling them how they've been molested and raped by, I guess, the hustlers and the drug dealers in the area. And we have brothers coming down here from the city areas, like New York and different places, and forming gangs. And in these gangs, the guys are sleeping with each other as well.
So wait a minute. Let me. I want to take my time with this because you giving us extremely valuable information. So let me. Okay. So on the one hand, you're saying that you have drug dealers down there who are. Oh, okay. First of all, you're saying that the young girls are getting molested on a very frequent basis.
Yeah, the girls and the boys.
And you're saying, now, are the same people raping them? Because you're saying that we got city guys coming down with money and drugs, and they're raping boys. Are these the same people? Are these the same people raping the girls, or are there different groups of people raping folks?
I'm guessing what's happening is the guys that are coming down are raping the boys, and the boys that are already here getting raped and molested are in turn sleeping with the younger girls and stuff. Because I just had an incident around my area where these guys are born and raised here, and we actually had to go in because they were sleeping with the girl. She was 12 years old. I mean, these brothers are grown.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you say you had to go in, you mean you had to get some folks and go in to stop it from happening?
Yes. And they had to now the state has, taken her away from her parents and everything.
So her parents were letting this happen?
Her mother, she wasn't doing anything.
She knew it was happening?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me ask you a different question. I'm listening to the way you're explaining it, and what it sounds to me like you're saying, this is not something that's happening like a little bit. From what I'm hearing, you're saying it's a culture of this. Give me an idea.
It is a culture. I mean, it is so bad that that if you go to a job here, you can't barely get a job unless you're a homosexual or you're dating a white woman or a white male.
Wait a minute.
I mean, it is horrible.
So you saying, wow, wait a minute. So you're saying if you're not an integrationist and you're not a homo, you don't have no access to nothing in the city.
Right. Right. That's correct. You don't have no access. Like, for instance, I've seen brothers go on to jobs and say they might be 5 minutes late for work. maybe it could be traffic or anything, they'll get fired. Whereas the homosexual would miss days without even calling into work, and they can come back like it's nothing. Still have their job.
Okay, so now, and anytime I ask a question that you're not sure about, you can say that. That's fine. But we just trying to nail it down. Does it appear that the homosexuals are organizing, making this happen, or are the whites organizing?
The whites are definitely organizing. They are also, because I know they're organized because they're doing what you would call urbanization in our neighborhoods and things. And they're changing a lot of laws down here. So I know for a fact the whites are organizing. And we've also had some murders as well that haven't been reported by police, and some of them unsolved.
So wait a minute. So are you saying police are murdering people?
Yes, they've murdered teenagers, brothers. Yes.
And do you know the reason? Are they murdering drug dealers, or are they murdering the decent brothers?
No, these weren't drug dealers. Nothing. They just okay. Say for instance, if they were gotten calls to maybe come over and maybe come over and just calm someone down, they'll kill them instead of really neutralizing the situation. They'll shoot. Like, okay, for instance, there was this one boy. He was about 14. He had gotten into it with the mother's boyfriend, and they were saying that he was going to murder the guy. From what the teacher was saying is that the boy had written, I guess he wrote some poems and stuff, and he was being molested by this man. And so he had gotten into rage with the man, and the police came over. And instead of them controlling the situation to find out what really happened, they actually shot the boy. Because they said he had a weapon.
So they shoot the young brother who's being molested by this other male, but the other male doesn't have anything that happens to him.
Right.
So we have a culture of organized homosexuals that are systematically raping black people, boys and girls. Yes. And then we have the white system that's intentionally siding with the homosexuals and the integrationists who date outside their race to make sure that the only people that have access to jobs and a decent living are people who accept either the homosexuality or the integrated relationships.
Right. Or let me rephrase that also, if you prefer to live on the system and, you don't want to do anything for yourself and you just want to, drag brothers into child support court and stuff, they pay you well for that down here.
So you're saying you can feel by living there that there's a systematic effort to encourage every negative behavior for black people.
Yes, there is.
And at the same time, if you're just a decent person that's still dating within your race and has some kind of ethic or something, then you're going to find yourself not being able to get a job and find yourself under hostility from the white system. Right. Brother, let me tell you, this is so crazy down here that one of my children, she's very quiet, artistic. She loves to draw, and she doesn't cause a lot of trouble. She's one of those types of kids who likes to sit back and observe you. They're not unruly. Now, her teacher actually complains because she doesn't jump around and act wild. So literally, they're taking that city and destroying the black people in a very holistic, calculated fashion.
Yes.
So now tell me this, because this is really important for us to understand. How did you avoid getting caught up in it, and how are you able to see what's going on? Like, how did you find out about War on the Horizon? How did you put the pieces together? What's going on? How did that come about?
Okay, it might sound crazy. I don't want to sound spooked out or anything, but okay. It was about 2005 or so, and I actually had an incident down here with a landlord or whatever, and he had actually cut a wire to my air conditioning while I was living in one of his homes because we had a dispute because he didn't want to fix something in the home. And so he got mad at me and he cut the air conditioning wire. So so I tried to call the people to report it so that when we went to court I would have proof that I reported what he did. Now, instead, they came down there. Instead of them saying anything or reporting anything towards him, they actually came down and they actually locked my man up. When he was the one that the white man was the one, he threatened us and everything. And so we ended up having to go to court, and he got some charges behind it. And I started looking at that situation because I was trying to understand how you could be a victim and yet you end up getting blamed. And so after that, they kind of started bothering us a lot, and we started having a lot of problems where they was bothering us, but he ended up with his license. They took our cars. We ended up out in the street. It was a lot of stuff that happened behind it. And so recently, we had gotten ourselves right together. So I started kind of really paying attention to what was going on down here, and I started seeing a lot of people, a lot of brothers was like, with these white girls and stuff, and I'm seeing sisters and they're either alone or like with these sisters that's dressed like guys, and then I'm starting to see more and more brothers and they're looking like girls, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I really started paying attention to that. And also I started getting a series of dreams and stuff. And so I was just looking around online, trying to see what I could find, and I came across some videos on YouTube. And so I started, I went to the website and looked up some more stuff and looked up some more DVDs and everything. And I was like, this is the aim that I want to go. This is where I've been trying to go, because I've been through so many different types of groups trying to find the people that was on the right path. I've been to the females who they want to holler, the black woman is God, the female is God, but yet they're a bunch of lesbians. They don't want to have anything to do with a man. I tried to tell them about the child molestation. They're going to tell me we're sexual beings. They remember being sexual as children. And it was so devastating that I didn't know what to do. And just when I saw you and I saw what y'all were doing, I was like, I just have to get in touch with these people. This is where I need to go.